Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So in this stream, I want to talk about one of the big caps that has been moving quite a bit, including today, and that is Polkadot. It is pumping, and a lot of people are wondering why. Why is it going up? Well, I found some compelling reasons why it is going up, and ultimately, I want to share a little bit about Polkadot and why I think it's go ahead much higher. So thanks for tuning in. I know this is a lighter volume weekend with Easter, with Good Friday, and everything else. But and I know a lot of you guys are traveling, taking vacations, whatever. So we're just gonna keep it lighter, looser, and just go from there and see what happens later this week. All right, so thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. 2 streams every day, 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and that way you'll get quadruple notified. All right, guys, let's do this. Those of you guys in the chat, welcome. Let me change my screen here. Yesterday, I forgot to change my screen because I didn't think there was a need to, because during my vacation time, I didn't have dual screen setups, but here we go. All right, so let's start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still hovering right under 60,000, right? It's just, Bitcoin is kind of just stalling out right now, but that's okay. I've been saying that for a while. When we're stalled out at 59,000, right under 60,000, that's quite okay. That's quite okay. And that's because Bitcoin will do its thing, and when it's ready, it will make that next leg up, and when it does, it's going to be tremendous. It has done so for the last 3 months, has done so for the last 11 years. So nothing to worry about at this point. And while we're waiting for Bitcoin to make that next leg up, altcoins are doing fantastic. Fantastic. Today, still 1.95 trillion. Overall, it didn't really move that much from yesterday and days before. However, there are some altcoins that are just exploding right now, and one of them is Polkadot. So I'm going to share a little bit with you guys on what's going on Polkadot, the latest updates. However, if you look at just outside of Polkadot, a lot of smart contract blockchains or DAGs are doing very, very, very hot. Some are pumping for no apparent reason. Some do have reasons. Some have great fundamentals, great teams, and so forth. But there's a lot that is just pumping up right now. And I do believe there is this new trend shift, and it happens all the time, where a lot of people are paying attention to what's going on with Ethereum and looking at competitors to Ethereum, and they see the big dogs like Polkadot, which is now above Cardano, and of course Cardano, and people are looking at, okay, what are some bargains out there? Because besides these big caps, the mid caps, there's a lot of them like Solana and even Kusama, VeChain, and Elrond, and all these guys, right? But what about the ones outside of them? That's why you're seeing a lot like Tron starting to go up, Neo going up, even Holochain going up. You're seeing a lot of this like resurgence of smart contract plays, and there are a lot of smaller projects yet that hasn't really moved, but they're starting to. So this is like the new trend that I'm seeing, and it could last for a long time, because if you think about it, smart contract platforms is the backbone of dApps, right? All of these dApps that is getting popular now with DeFi, NFT, and who knows what else is coming. They're riding on top of a chain, and that chain is what everyone is looking at right now. The backbone of it. So this could actually be a very, very good thing and a long trend, and over time we'll cover all of them. I won't cover all of them. All right, so let's do this. First, let's look at Polkadot. So some of you guys may not know the history. I'm going to give you a really brief rundown. Polkadot is led and created by Gavin Wood, the previous co-founder of Ethereum. In fact, you could argue that outside of Vitalik, he's probably the second, or you could argue that he was more important to development of Ethereum than anyone else. He was the CTO, he created Solidity, and he basically created the Ethereum virtual machine. So obviously very, very very smart guy, crucial in the development of Ethereum, and decided to come up with his own project, which is Polkadot. And Polkadot is definitely a competitor, or you could label Ethereum killer at this point. And they have so much going for it already, with their development, with their ecosystem, what they're trying to do. So many feel like, you know, Polkadot is a further project than Ethereum, because Ethereum still has a ways to go to before Ethereum 2 comes out, right? So Polkadot, in a nutshell, that's what it is. So obviously led by a fantastic leader. They have really good support from the Ethereum community also. So that's also good. But they also have a lot going for it at this time. Let's just start with the recent news. Recent news here. Paul, you're always up so late. All right. Number one is, this is all very recent. I'm not going to go back. I'm just looking at everything that has happened recently. There's just quite a bit. So number one is Chainlink is now integrating. They're coming out with a substrate module. So now every single DeFi project and NFT project that's on Polkadot or going to be on Polkadot will be able to utilize Chainlink for its oracles. And that is very, very, very important. I've always talked about in terms of oracles, if you want reliable, robust, and data feeds that basically will be accurate, won't be hacked, won't be delayed or anything else that is crucial to DeFi projects. They can't have those price feeds be off, or even the price or the timing, anything. It just can't be off, or it'll get hacked. And that has happened time and time again, but that's why everyone keeps coming back to Chainlink. And now Polkadot can utilize, or Polkadot dApps can utilize Chainlink. So that's a pretty fantastic thing. And then Chainlink is beyond oracles now. I mean, they really can do a lot. So I've learned something from LTO Network where they're utilizing Chainlink for Diamond Doge. Come on now. Come on. You don't need to do that. But I appreciate it. I appreciate it. If you guys want to learn more about GeoCoin, I have it pinned to the live chat in the comments. But yeah, I mean, Chainlink their capability is beyond just giving price feeds, right? And I learned that from LTO Network. So there could be other creative things that happen with this in terms of cross-chain communication. So that's pretty big. Also, if you look at this, Coinbase just backed one of the biggest projects on Polkadot right now, Alcala, I think, Akela, I think it's Akela, which is a DeFi hub for Polkadot. So this is an all-in-one DeFi hub, and basically, it brings everything that you could think of. So this is also pretty big. So Coinbase didn't really invest in Polkadot, but they invested in one of the bigger projects on Polkadot. So this is pretty big. I mean, so Polkadot, is still in development, not completely done, but they're getting there. But you have some of the biggest projects that's on there that's getting some major funding, which means that there is definitely interest there. So it's not just this project. There's another one. I see Binance Labs also invested in Moonbeam. And Moonbeam is almost like it's like a layer 2 almost, where it makes it very easy for Ethereum developers to move off of Ethereum and move on to Moonbeam. It's EVM compatible, and also, it makes it so that there's like a cross-chain capability between Ethereum and Polkadot, because Moonbeam is on Polkadot, and now you can just bring those over. So it's almost like a layer 2. It's a layer 1 and layer 2. I don't know if that I've explained that well. So you have two of the biggest projects on Polkadot right now that's being invested by two of the biggest exchanges out there, right? So like I said, obviously you have a lot of people that's paying attention to what's going on within the Polkadot ecosystem. So besides that, there's more. I mean, there's just a lot of things going on in Polkadot. So Icon, a lot of you guys do like Icon, right? Icon also is integrating with Polkadot. So anything that's built on Icon right now, specifically like DeFi stuff, can now come to Polkadot. So that they have this blockchain interoperability. So that is also coming. So that's good. And of course, you have, I covered this recently, Engine, which is one of the leaders in the NFT space. They have just raised some money to build their new chain on Polkadot. So this also brings in a lot of course, NFTs, right? A huge NFT marketplace, NFTs, and who knows what else, other game makers, dApp makers, right? So like there's just a ton of things coming on right now with Polkadot. But finally, you know, the main thing why a lot of people is very excited about Polkadot and Kusama is the last phase of their development, and that is to basically launch parachains. Right now, you do have a lot of dApps, a lot of projects that is, you know, being built on top of Polkadot, and they're basically riding their own chain. But right now, there's no communication between the chains. So the best way to think about it, at least as far as I understand, is this is like what Cosmos went through. Cosmos, you had a lot of projects utilize the SDK and the Tendermint consensus and built out their own chains. But they were all disconnected. Now with Stargate and IBC, if these dApp makers choose to do so, they can all connect to each other and talk to each other and forming one huge ecosystem of chains. That's pretty much what Polkadot parachains is, right? So you have a whole bunch of parachains. They're kind of separate and they don't really talk to each other yet, but they soon will. So this is the last development phase for Polkadot. So they're not 100% complete, but they're getting there. So current stage right now is a testnet rollout. And also, those of you guys that aren't aware, there is another chain called Kusama, which is basically a testbed for Polkadot. It's exactly the same chain, except things move faster, governance moves faster, so you can basically roll out newer updates faster. So for dApp makers to first test on Kusama first, then they could come to Polkadot, right? So right now, they're in a testnet. Pretty soon, they're going to do something called slot auctions, so that you can test out a parachain on Kusama and see how it operates. And then you could bring it to Polkadot. So they have these slot auctions, and a lot of people argue this is the reason why Kusama has been going up a lot, because it has moved actually way high. This is another reason why Polkadot and Kusama are both going up, because people are very excited about parachains being basically enabled and having this whole ecosystem of chains talk to each other and have interoperability and stuff like that. And of course, among other things, like all these DeFi plays and NFT plays and everything else that's coming or already operational. So obviously, there's a lot of things going for Polkadot at this point. So Polkadot definitely has the fundamentals, have the network traction, have the team, and base technology to really go far. And that is why right now they are at number 5, and they will flip with Tether pretty soon, number 4. And right now, if you look at big caps and you look at these smart contract plays, like Ethereum is still there, right? Binance Coin and Binance Chain it's number 3, but you know, these tend to flip with each other. Cardano, Polkadot, Binance Coin, they all keep flipping, right? So who knows? Polkadot can flip with Binance Coin pretty soon and be at 50 billion. And who knows, Cardano, if it'll flip back up, and you know, it always does that. But there's a reason why. I guess my point is there's a reason why they're in the top 5 category, because there's just so many people that really believe what they're doing, right? And they believe these guys have the most network traction and effect, and they will go much higher. And I do believe Polkadot will go much higher. So how much higher? Well, just like my Ethereum video yesterday, if Bitcoin goes up to 10x, Polkadot could certainly go up 10x. I think it'll probably go up higher than 10x, maybe 15, 20x if Bitcoin goes up 10x. If Bitcoin goes up 5x, Polkadot will probably do a 10x from there. So the potential is enormous, because I don't think Bitcoin is anywhere near top. And because of that, I don't think any of these altcoins are near top either. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. Hopefully, that's a broad overview. There's a lot more to it. So if you're interested, definitely do your own homework on Polkadot. But there's a lot going for it. All right. That's pretty much it. In terms of some of I've started to show all these other smart contract plays. A lot of them are doing very, very well. So besides Polkadot, if you go down the list, well, Binance Coin is taking a breather because it just pumped up to 340. Remember, it was like at 290 not too long ago, went up 10%. So Binance Coin and Binance Smart Chain taking a breather. But Polkadot is one of the ones that's doing really well right now. Cardano still hovering after the hard fork and then the Coinbase edition. It just kind of halted a little bit, but still, it's quite okay. At 40 billion, can't complain, or 39 billion. It'll continue to go up. Now, Alexandra MTA, I'll look at that in a little bit. But if you go down the list, I did a little more research on Clayton. Not as much as I want, but they seem like they're going to be huge. And that is why they're already at 10 billion. But you know, I see people talk about Tron. Tron is pumping up, right? BitTorrent has been on a tear. Is there any real fundamental reasons behind these? I don't see it, other than Justin is trying to buy out priceless art and create his NFT marketplace. But I think why they're going up is because people are looking at other smart contract plays and looking at whether or not they're a bargain, and some people feel like they are. VeChain has been doing very well. I would say the last few weeks has been really coming up. Crypto.com doing really well. Solana is another one that's been killing it. Even EOS is coming up. I don't like EOS after Dan left, right? But still, people think it's a bargain. It was hovering at $2, $3 not too long ago, and now it's nearing $6 again. I remember their peak was like $20. So if it comes anywhere close to that, there's still a lot of room to grow, right? Also, Cosmos, I just talked about, use them as an example. They're on fire. IOTA also is coming up. They're a DAG, and people are very excited about IOTA. But, they've been work in progress for like 6-7 years. Still not done. I'm not a fan of IOTA, but again, I think people are jumping in before that reason. Holo, same thing. Holo Chain was under 1 billion not too long ago. Now it's above 4 billion. It's pretty amazing how fast they have pumped up. Same thing with Neo. Neo has been killing it recently, even though Neo 3.0 still seems to be off. But yeah, NEM, one that I don't really know much about other than they're really popular in Japan. They've been killing it. Algorand also doing very well, right? So you could see Elrond also doing well. And, a lot of these smart contract plays are just doing really well. Zilliqa, look at it. Zilliqa's up big, right? Yeah, there's just a lot. Near Protocol, another one I looked at recently. I think they have a lot of promise. They're doing pretty well, too. Den is not really one, but they have been doing very well. Harmony. Yeah, Harmony I still really, really like. But I think a lot of people's turned off by Steven's, April Fool's kind of tweet, but still, I think it's a fantastic project. They have been killing it recently. Also, if you go down the list, Helium, oh man, I gotta talk about Helium in a little bit because they are just killing it right now too. Qtum is another smart contract play. It's like half Bitcoin, half Ethereum. They're coming up for really no apparent reason either. So, like I said, there's a lot of smart contract plays that's all turning hot right now. So pay attention to them. I think there's still a lot more room to grow. And these are the ones ultimately that you want to see go up because, like I said at the beginning, they're the backbones of all the dApps, right? So you want them to really thrive. All right, let's do Q&A. Alexandra asked about Meta. Never heard of this project. Relatively small. They're on Huobi and FTX and some of the other international exchanges. Autonomous and non-custodial infrastructure for pegged value crypto assets. So it's synthetic token creation of something. Efficiently swap pegged crypto assets. So you're basically trading synthetic tokens. So here's one for USD, here's one for BTC. And here's all the DeFi projects that's integrated with it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it works. I'm sure people use it, but just not very, very exciting to me. Quick question. Mark asks, is there a CME gap on Ether 2? Also, is HUD 8 undervalued at 900 million? They own 3,000. Yeah, I think Wall Street right now is, I think a lot of people don't like what Bitcoin is doing. So they're really trying to suppress any company that is involved with Bitcoin. At least that's what I'm noticing. Like mining companies and MicroStrategy and even Tesla, their prices all being really suppressed at this point. So yeah, I think that's right. Is there CME gap on Ether? Not that I know of. And it's really Bitcoin, gap that everyone's looking at. What else is there? Reef, I don't know. I think Reef is too overblown. A DeFi ecosystem that was meant for Polkadot, but they've gone beyond that. They moved to Binance Smart Chain too, so they're not really for Polkadot anymore. So I don't know. I think there's just too many people that hyped it up, and I didn't like the fact that they kind of screwed up their thing with Almeida Research. So yeah. Immutable X is amazing. No gas fee. Is there a coin for this? Well, I don't see it, so I don't know. I don't know if it does. If it's a layer 2, it may not have a coin. MTV is on KuCoin, and the CEO of KuCoin is Visor. Dude, you should just Diamond. You should you should bring this up in Discord. This is why I hate public telegrams or public Discord, because there's so many scammers and people that's trying to scam you. Anyways, I think I looked at this before. All dimensional sharding. That sounds impressive. Blockchain trilemma flexibility. There's too many hype words here. Okay. Well, it looks like they have good backers. They have pretty good backers. But I mean, looking at this, they're basically just another blockchain that is supposed to be very fast due to sharding, some new way of sharding, and that's it. So I don't know how this is really different than all these other projects that's based on sharding, like Elrond, Harmony, Zilliqa. I mean, there's so many out there, right? So I don't know. Looking at this quickly doesn't really impress me. And they have been out for quite some time. Now they're gaining some traction. And KuCoin's CEO's advisor, that's why they're on KuCoin. But I guess I gotta pay attention. Relatively small cap, so it could do well. So Caesar just asked about MTV2, and thank you. Decentralized travel booking play. How much super chat you go give me? Lock trip. Is this like Travala? Unlock secret travel deals. Yeah, I'm gonna say no to this. So this is a Travala competitor, And I don't know about these secret deals, but right now, you know, not a whole lot of people traveling. I know it's going to open up, but still, how many people are going to use crypto to pay for travels? I just don't know. And Travala has been around for quite some time, and they haven't done very well either. Travala. Yeah, they're only, you know, 270 versus this is 100. I don't know if Lock Trip is going to be that good when things open up. Again, maybe. VIDT, blockchain validation, NFT creation. Oh, so Digo uses them? LTO? Okay. Hey, this is the one that the LTO network bought, right? Using VID to secure valuable digital assets like certificates. Okay, NFTs, sensor data. Yeah, so I could see why LTO Network bought them. Because LTO Network is all about corporations, privacy, you know, not corporations, like businesses and so forth, and making sure that data is secure and they follow GDPR protocols. So I could see how they could use this for like certificates and other things. I don't think LTO's network is going to use it for NFT creation. I don't think so, but maybe. But I could see someone like Digo use them because a lot of people ask me about Digo. Okay. Not very appealing to me, but I could see how for some projects they would find it useful. Any news on BPro recently? Well, they got added. They're going to Binance Smart Chain, but some people are like saying there's some FUD. I don't know what the FUD is. Someone asked about nulls. You know, at the beginning I said pay attention to, you know, smart contract projects, and nulls is one of them. So nulls has been holding really well above $1. I said, you know, once it gets above $1 and can hold, watch out for it. So nulls could really build from here, especially seeing how these other smart contract plays are start going up really rapidly. Maybe it could happen to nulls, so we'll see. GeoDB, I'm not associated with this company. Decentralized peer-to-peer big data sharing ecosystem. Yeah. You know, when I hear stuff like this, big data, right? Like, I don't know. I get it. So they're basically competitor to like Bruzel, which I'm assuming DB. So they're basically they have a better way to store data, like almost like a database, right? And they're going to reward people for probably providing the data or, you know, or accessing the data. I'm just going to guess it's something like that. But, so this is what they have already. Allowing users to gain rewards for data generated. Okay, yes. Running apps which allow you to track down, erase, and share all of them. Okay, that doesn't scan your receipts. Okay. Yeah, so they have a lot of apps that utilizes their database, which is actually pretty smart. Because you want to create reasons why people want to utilize your project. Okay. So I do actually like that a little bit better. 12 million users would join, okay. Maybe. I'll just say, I'll put that in the maybe pile for now. Paul already answered about VIDT. Have you looked at Happy yet? Cybersecurity company going to do big things and super low cap. I don't know about those claims there. I looked at Via before, John. If they're just utilizing IBM Watson's API, then that's a total bust. Because I don't think the company to create bots is that revolutionary. On-chain, yeah. Yeah, so the fact that they're doing oracles gets me turned off by them already. So if you're Oracle and you're not Chainlink, I'm going to say no to that. Any benefits of staking in pools on Uniswap? Well, the high interest, but I'm going to be honest, I don't fully trust the extremely high, yield percentages that you get with any of these AMMs. So thoughts on Blank Wallet? I've never used it before, so I can't really comment. But I know a lot of people love like Trust Wallet, even a Coinbase wallet. They're not really, they don't have really ties with Coinbase, but yeah. What else is there? Jacob, I appreciate that you think so, but I have big plans. I have big plans for George Coin, but biggest one is utilizing it to fundraise. Basically, right now I have a lot of events I want to plan. The biggest one is the Vegas one, so I want to fundraise for that. But also, I think GeoCoin is basically going to be used as a support and engagement coin, which I explained in the article that I pinned, right? So I'm going to do a lot of cool things with, engagement with me and possibly other things, discounts on events, and there's just a whole lot of things I want to do with it. So it's early, just launched it, right? Only for a few days, so there's going to be a lot more to it. Senso on KuCoin partnership with the Epic Games on Tidal. I think I have heard that before. We bring you connections and experience out of this world, building the most advanced VR platform. For me, I really don't like VR. It's just not for me. I feel like VR stuff just does not do well. Remember all these TVs before that had built-in VR where you can put on glasses or goggles? They all died. Oculus, it was very promising. A lot of people like it. I don't know if they still do. Like PlayStation, they had their VR goggles. Samsung had their VR goggles. None of them really took off. I'm sure there's people that like it, but none of them took off. So I just don't like VR. XLM, I just don't know what they're doing. There's no real plans to look forward to, so I don't know what they're doing. RSR reserve rights, they kind of stalled out a little bit. They're like a stable coin of a bunch of stable coins. So I don't know. It's not really appealing to me. Stable coins generally just aren't really appealing to me. Hero Coin looks like a BPro. Play. Let's take a look. I know a lot more people is now talking about BPro ever since I covered them, so I'm glad to see they're getting some attention. This looks like nothing like BPro so far. Decentralized solution for iGaming. Online betting industry has suffered from lack of innovations. Okay. So they're basically all about online betting. Yeah, it's not really like BPro at all. BPro gives you a platform to do esports betting. It gives you a platform for DeFi and NFTs. Um, so this is different. This is just like a token for online betting. So not really the same at all. And it looks like they have been around for quite some time. Can they come back? Maybe, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Crypto for the people. Appreciate that. What about Referral? Well, Wearable, I found out yesterday, is one of the most used dApps out there. It's quite amazing, and it's only at 26 million market cap, but there's so many people that use it. So NFT marketplace. Wait, is this the wrong one? No, I think this is right. What happened to their marketplace? Explore. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. A lot of stuff going on. Like, why is this? Why is this NFT? People are just abusing NFTs right now. What's the next one? Pre-search. They're like crypto Google. Yeah, I've seen pre-search before, but I don't know. It's really, really hard to get people off of Google. I mean, trust me, Microsoft has tried to get a pre-search. I think they're like Google. They're not. They also allow you to basically search all the blockchains, so it's a little bit different. But here's the thing. Microsoft has years spent billions upon billions upon billions upon billions upon billions to try to get Bing search to be competitive with Google search. Has not happened yet. Microsoft has spent so much money, and Bing is still a piece of what. Their algorithm just sucks. It just does not compare to Google. So with that said, it's just really, for me, it's really hard to get behind a search product because I've seen it. It's just almost impossible to compete with Google. Unless they could offer something really, really unique that Google can't, it's really hard to get that mass adoption. So, I mean, look at DuckDuckGo too. That's pretty much dead too. William, DigiByte, I don't like. I don't talk about it because I don't like it. That's why I don't talk about it. There's nothing going for DigiByte. It has 5 hash algorithm, I get. It can't be 51% attacked, I get. But no one is using them, just like Litecoin. So I don't like DigiByte. So don't try to pretend like you're a know-it-all and then somehow I'm hiding it from the audience because I really like it. No, I actually really don't like DigiByte. That's why I don't talk about it. It's that simple. Mirror is created by Terra, so I think they're good. Synthetic creation. Rocky, I don't know what Rocky is. Yeah, I've looked at this. So they compete in music streaming. That's nothing wrong with that. They have some NFTs, it looks like, but they're I don't know how much traction they have. So they compete with, say, Audius, who already has 3 million, listeners. So I would say go with Audius instead. Do you think Sea of Civic is coming back? No, I don't. I never really liked it. Yeah, anything ID services, ID related things in crypto, I think it's just too early. Can't really get that much adoption at this point, especially with centralized entities or government entities. It's really hard. So I haven't really seen anyone that really made a lot of traction at this point. Hive. I'm going to end it with this one. Oh, decentralized computing. Oh, no. This is the job marketplace one. Yeah. It's not very appealing to me. Okay, job hiring, it is what it is. I don't know if they can ever get enough traction where job seekers and job creators are actually go utilize something outside of what exists already. Maybe. I don't know how broken really that the job market boards are. So I don't know. Not really that appealing to me. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. I mean, hopefully you guys learn a thing or two about Polkadot, but besides Polkadot, there's a lot of smart contract plays that's doing very hot right now. And I think that could stay. Obviously, we had a DeFi trend. We had an NFT trend. Now we're looking at smart contract trend, and in a way, we have exchange trends. And you know, even if we get out of the trend, doesn't mean that they just falter. A lot of them continue to do well, right? So right now, definitely very, very, very exciting for altcoins. Very exciting altcoins. So definitely pay attention, and also definitely a good time to be diversified. All right, guys, that is pretty much it. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you smash a like, subscribe to the channel, check me out. Check out Georgecoin if you haven't already. I have that link pinned, but also check me out on Twitter and Instagram. And for those of you guys that want a clue to my giveaway, and by the way, I have some new things that I'm planning for that giveaway. That's going to be very, very massive, so you don't want to ignore it, which is pinned to my Twitter. But here's a clue for those of you guys that haven't solved the secret code yet. All right? Take care.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.